We are live. Good morning, Facebook and YouTube. Today, not Instagram. Happy New Year. This is going to be an exciting year just because we're saying it's going to be an exciting year. One thing that I always say is every year is my year. And that's the attitude I take into every year. Um, but today I want to talk about um, how do you have success after so many times of failure? And the reason I want to talk about this is because as entrepreneurs or people who seek to do something great, you don't even have to be an entrepreneur. It could just be something you're doing in your life. It could be something um, like trying to pass a test. I know for me, like the driver's ed test. Anybody took the driver's ed test more than 5 times? Just saying. Um, but it could be anything. So after so many tries of trying to do something, oh, I hope you guys can hear me because I forgot about this microphone. After so many tries of trying to do something, you you just like, okay, is this for me? Am I supposed to be doing this? I should just give up. Why am I doing, like, you start thinking about all these things, right? And so one thing that um Les Brown says is his favorite line is, you gotta be hungry. You gotta be hungry. um and he tells the story about how he was a vacuum salesman and he would walk door to door, knocking on every door, waiting on a yes. And that could be 20 no's before he actually gets to a yes. So you have to be determined to be successful. That's number one. You have to be hungry to be successful. And that doesn't mean that you give up your values. That doesn't mean that you do things that are contrary to the word of God. No, you still keep what your foundational values, you keep your morals, but you operate in you operate with the understanding that you're going to be successful. You believe that you are going to be successful. And when you believe that you're going to be successful, you will be successful. And so, when it comes to reaching your goals today, I want you to stop beating yourself up, get back on your horse and ride it, because eventually you're going to get the hang of it. Eventually you're going to um eventually you're going to be able to just kind of walk in, or um you're going to gain so much experience from your failures that when you actually reach success, it's just going to be easy for you. But you have to keep trying. You have to get back on your horse and ride. As an entrepreneur, a lot of the stuff that I if you and I don't erase, well, I try not to erase things off my social media just because it shows my history from where I came from to now. And so if you look, you'll see that I had many different businesses, and you'll see how I tried this and I tried that, or even with different posts. Like, okay, let me see, will this work? Will this work? It was like a lot of trial and error. But the main thing I did not do was give up. Even though it seemed like I was not getting anywhere. It seemed like nobody was paying attention. It seemed like the support wasn't there. I just kept going. Outside of all the external factors, I believed in myself. I believed that I could do it. So today, I want to share kind of like this map. You guys know like the scientific method. So it kind of gives you a breakdown of what your um it gives you a breakdown of what your how to approach a situation or a problem with trying to with an experiment. So I want to go in the same kind of direction, but I want to tailor it to a situation or a goal that you want to reach. So if you look to I believe it's going to be the right side on this side. No, this side. Okay, so that's the left. But if you look to this, you're going to see that pop up. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is ask yourself, what's the problem? Okay, so if you can figure out what the problem is, thank you for the hearts and the love. I'm sorry, I cannot see when you're in this. But thank you. But if you can see what the problem is, you can solve it. Or if you acknowledge what the problem is. So a lot of the times we tend to look at the symptom of a situation. Doesn't matter the goal, whatever the problem is. People tend to look at the symptom, but not the actual problem. So the first thing you need to do is acknowledge what the problem is. Okay. Then the next thing you're going to do is ask yourself, how do you think it became a problem? What do you think? How do you think it became a problem? And take notes. Take notes so that you have this as you are going along. But how do you think? So think back. How did this become a problem? All right. So then the next thing you're going to do is, what do I need to do to solve the problem? Now, this is where your planning comes in. So, for instance, one of the easiest thing I can think of, which a lot of people do, is they think about their weight loss journey or getting healthy. So, if you have not subscribed already to the newsletter, there is actually a article in there or a write up in there that talks about having resolute plans over resolutions. See, resolutions are pretty much like a hope and a wish that you're going to actually try to do something, but a resolute plan is actually putting action steps in place to actually reach the goal that you want. So what steps do you need to take? What resources do you need in order to solve the problem? All right. So then the next thing is, now take action. All right. So when I put take action, I also want to have a time limit here. So if it's a short-term goal, what you want to do is try to have it within a 7 to 14 day. You want to take these steps, whatever that plan is, you want to put that plan into play for, if it's short-term goal, 7 to 14 days. Now, are you having well, we'll get to that point, right? So 7 to 14 days. But if it's a long-term goal, you want to try to do between 1 month and 3 months. So for instance, weight loss. So if you put a plan in place to lose weight, you can't put 7 to 14 days. Something you can, but the month will tell you if it's really working or not. You'll be able to see what's happening. All right. So you want to take action and put a time on it. So if it's a short-term goal, 7 to 14 days, long-term goal, you want to make it between a month and 3 months of testing this plan out. Okay. So then the next thing is, ask yourself, is it working? So after the 7 to 14 days or the 1 month to 3 months, is it working? Okay. So if it's working, celebrate. Keep going. Do what you're doing. Do what you're doing. And then journal about it. I'm a big journal person. Journal about your experience. So that way, whenever you have another goal that you need to reach, now you have documentation. Oh, well, that helped me last time. So maybe it'll help me this time. So this is what I'll use. Okay. So, but if it doesn't work, okay, because that's why we're here, because we've tried so many times. I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, and it doesn't work. I cannot do this, right? We get to that point. So if it doesn't work, don't worry. Got a problem, got a solution for you. Okay. So the first thing you have to do, instead of just saying, it didn't work, I give up, go and ask, why did it not work? Ask that. Why did it not work? And do some self-reflection. Did you really hold on to the plan that you had in the beginning? Did you even have a plan to approach this goal? Was it somebody that you needed to support you? Were you in an environment that did not support your progress? Okay. Do you have people in your ear that are not supposed to be in there? Why did it not work? You have to ask yourself that. So after you ask yourself that, go back up to step 3 to what do I need to do to solve the problem? Because the first thing I did, it didn't work. So now let's go back and let's think of another way to solve this problem. Now, if you are if you're trying to reach a goal that you're not familiar with, it may be possible that you need to it may be possible that you need to actually reach out for some professional help. Professional help meaning like a therapist, counselor, a coach, a strategist, a anyone who's a professional in the field of the goal that you're trying to reach. You may want to reach out to a person like that. My name is Allysia Richardson. I am a brand strategist and business coach. So if that's something that you need, contact me. I can help you. I can help you reach that goal. But anyway, but you're going to want to do that, and then you go back through these processes here after you've gone back around and you said, okay, well, what do I need to do to solve this problem? Then after you come up with that plan, you're going to take action and then ask yourself, is it working? And then you're going to go through that whole step again. Okay. So that is what I have for you today. A few announcements that I have happening right now. So, of course, today I'm super excited because the Purposive newsletter came out today. So, if you were already if you already reserved your copy, you got that already. But if you did not, don't worry. All you have to do is click on the link. You're on one of my pages now if you're watching this. So all you have to do is click on that link and then reserve or get your copy, and I'll send that to you. Good morning, Miss Marsha. So the other thing is I have a self-development course. It's called Obtaining Balance. And the course itself is a deep dive. It's biblically based, and it is if you want to change the trajectory of what's been going on, if you want to change the trajectory of what's been going on in your life and how you've been actually operating in it, or if you've seen something that you don't like, period, like whatever that is, you're going to want to take that course. That course starts February 8th, but you can sign up for it now. It is a 6-week course. There are just some short videos, journaling. It's there's some worksheets. It's some real deep dive stuff. Yes, Miss Marsha, real deep. Yes, it takes you through things in order for you to become free. What I found is a lot of people who set out, like what we're talking about today, to do goals and actually achieve something. Another reason that they are not able to reach it is because they have these blockers. They have these things from their past that they're holding on to. And so a lot of the things, one thing for me is that I didn't know that this was a blocker because I had stuffed it so down inside that God had to reveal it to me, but I had to ask him to do that. We the things that we don't want to remember, we just don't want to remember. So this course will take you through it, not in a harsh way, in a very loving, in a very comfortable way and setting. And then on top of that, we have meetings at the end of the week. Every week for 6 weeks, every week we'll have a meeting to discuss what we went through, or how the week's message was for them that week. So it's a deep dive, and sign up for it. It is inexpensive for what it is, and I hope that you would enjoy it. I don't know what to say after that. So anyway, have a great day. I appreciate you for watching all the way through. Bye. See you next week. I gotta if you could give me a sign off, I don't know, help me out with that sign off. I have not gotten that part down, that sign off piece. So if you want to help me out with that, I am open, all ears. All right. Have an amazing day. Goodbye.